Hello, I'm Philip Stoughton. I'm on the Scoop Studio at Productronica 2019. I'm joined by Luca from Seica. Luca, great to see you. Always good to bump into you at these shows. Start by telling me a bit about what you bought that's new. There's always something innovative coming through from Seica.
Yes, first of all, nice to invite me again, Phil. As usual, we have something new. We have two main news this year at the booths, because we have different booths in this show. We have a new battery tester called the Pilot BT. Battery tester is a flying probe dedicated to test the bonding of the batteries for electric cars. Of course, electric cars is a big subject in this time. So Seica was already deploying standard flying probe technology with one probe on each head, moving head, to test batteries in the past. Now we have a new technology where a mini fixture, so 16 probes instead of one, will be mounted on a flying head. And of course, this is to enhance the throughput that our customers are looking for. So basically, we cut the test time 4 times. A battery that was tested in 30 seconds before, now is tested in 7 seconds.
Okay. That's a significant improvement, and I guess that's because of the volume demand and the speed that the electric car industry is going. There are other challenges with respect to that in terms of voltage, in terms of temperature. How difficult a solution is that to produce?
In fact, this particular machine is only testing the bonding that is connecting the different cells that are building the battery. So the main goal of the machine is to measure a 3 million resistor, or check that a tiny wire has a resistance not more than 3 millions. That's the main measurement that the machine does. The battery is not on at that time, but is a key measurement during the manufacturing, because if one of these wires is cut, the efficiency of the battery is completely destroyed.
And in terms of your customers for that, is it the companies in the automotive supply chain, the kind of tier ones, or is it EMS companies, or a bit of both?
Both of them. I mean, there is, let's say, the main tier one that invented the electric car in the United States is one of our major customers. But we also have EMS that now are starting to build batteries for them.
Okay, and what else is new this week?
The other news is in the ICT test. There is a big debate on ICT test, because some people are skipping now. They prefer AOI, they prefer flying probe. But Seica is coming back with an ICT tester with a different concept. There is a rotary table on the fixture, and the idea is that you put up to 8 machines in a circle. Basically, a line becomes a circle. 8 machines in a circle. Each machine has a rotary table where you can load 2 boards, and there is a cobot or a robot in the middle of the circle. So the robot can load, unload different machines completely without any operator. And to mask the loading, unloading time, the rotary table will help, because while one board is under test on the machine, the cobot can pick the other one, and then the table rotates. So basically the machine keeps testing all the time. To make the concept of the circle with the cobot, the machines have a docking station screwed on the ground. So basically, when you lock and unlock the machine into the docking station, the machine will go exactly in the same position where it was before, to allow the cobot to find the board exactly in the same position. Why you have to lock and unlock machines? Because you do maintenance on your machine, because you have to do maintenance on the fixture, or something could happen. In that case, you don't stop the line. You just pull out the machine and you tell to the cobot, instead of 8 or 6, now you have 1 less. And the cobot keeps going. So it's a way to automate a manual solution in a different way, not to the traditional single line, because when you have a test machine in a line, and if you stop the machine for some reason, you stop the line. And this is something that our customers, they don't like to.
No, that's bad news indeed. And it brings together two of your two key skill areas, test and automation. And yes. I think that's something that's really developed recently. Do you have, are you exhibiting as Seica Automation here as well as the test business?
Yes, in fact, as I said, this year we have more than one booth. Actually, we have 4. There is one only dedicated to test. There is one only dedicated to automation and non-testers, selective soldering. We have an AOI to inspect conformal coating. There is a third booth dedicated to bare board because we have a tester only dedicated to bare board. And there is a fourth booth for the smart factory, because Seica has a product we already talked about in the past. We have a box that we can put in every machine to monitor the status of the machine and to make the machine intelligent, to be compliant with the Industry 4.0 protocols.
And when you're doing that intelligence, just to talk about that Industry 4.0 thing a tiny bit, one of the big discussions we've seen here in Europe and indeed in the US has been the whole discussion around standards. Do you use a specific protocol, or do you use your own protocol, or are you agnostic in terms of standards?
We are compliant to the CFX protocol because we are also partner of a company selling software in this environment. But for the communication between our machines and the server, we use our own protocol, which is a kind of Wi-Fi. It's not a Wi-Fi standard, but it's a radio protocol.
Okay, that makes perfect sense. And what's the response been like for the show? It's been busy so far. Lots of interest in your new products.
I would say yesterday was a great day. As a first day of the show, it was absolutely good. We were expecting a lot of people. I think this year, a lot of customers, I mean, we have two different situations. We have customers, they have travel restrictions, they will not come. And this is more the automotive side, I guess. And many other customers, they announced to be here, and yesterday they were here. So it's very promising.
Yeah, and the automotive travel ban's down to a bit of softness in that market. Are you seeing that here in Europe, or are you concerned about that?
Fortunately, we are in an environment, the electronics, that is not really going down at the moment, because the car, of course, has more and more devices, more toys inside. You know, I believe they have more troubles in the powertrain side, but working for testing the electronics of the car, up to now, we really see still a good business.
Yeah, and I think that will continue because, as you say, more and more challenges for them, both in terms of the technology, but also those manufacturing processes. Luca, thanks so much for stopping by. Always a pleasure to chat and hear about the creative stuff you guys are doing. Talk again soon.